Have you ever felt like your brain is just a total mess? Like you have so many thoughts, problems, and decisions swirling around that you can't think clearly? You're trying to move forward, but every direction seems blocked. You feel stuck, overwhelmed, and maybe even a little hopeless. This feeling of being trapped, confused, and stressed is universal, but expressing it in English can be difficult. Simply saying, "I have a problem," or "I'm confused," doesn't quite capture the true weight of the situation. Well, today, we're going to change that. Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into some incredibly powerful and natural English phrases that will help you talk about life's toughest moments, problems, stress, and difficult decisions. We'll move beyond the basic vocabulary and learn expressions that native speakers use every day to describe these complex feelings. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new set of tools to express yourself with more clarity, confidence, and emotion. In a muddle. Let's start with a fantastic phrase you heard in our opening dialogue, to be in a muddle. When Emma says, "I feel like I'm in a muddle," she doesn't just mean she's busy. It means her mind is in a state of confusion. Everything feels mixed up. It's that feeling when you have so many tasks and thoughts that you don't know where to begin. Your mind feels totally messy. For instance, you could say, "After receiving conflicting instructions from two different managers, I was in a complete muddle about what to do next." Or, "Planning the wedding has been so stressful. With the guest list, the venue, and the catering, my brain is in a total muddle." Being in a muddle is a really natural, friendly phrase. It's a little funny and relatable when you say it about yourself. You can say, "I'm in a muddle. I don't know where to start." Or describe a friend. "She's in a muddle because she has 5 deadlines this week." This is much more descriptive than just saying, "I'm confused." It shows you're overwhelmed in a way that people can understand and even smile about. Facing a dilemma. Next, Emma says she's facing a huge dilemma. A dilemma is a situation where you have to make a difficult choice between 2 or more options, and usually none of them are ideal. It's not like having one good choice and one bad choice. It's that both choices have something good and something bad. The word facing is important here. It feels like you are standing in front of a difficult situation and cannot escape it. You have to deal with it. Emma's dilemma is classic. One job pays really well, but sounds boring, while the other job sounds amazing, but the pay is much lower. Money or passion, stability or happiness. That's a true dilemma. You can use this phrase for big life decisions or even smaller, everyday ones. For example, "I'm facing a dilemma. Should I move to a new city for a great job opportunity or stay close to my family and friends?" He was faced with the dilemma of whether to report his friend for cheating on the exam. Many people look for videos on idioms for difficult situations, and facing a dilemma is a perfect example of a phrase that precisely describes such a moment. In a tight corner. As if the dilemma wasn't enough, Emma's current job is making things worse. Her boss keeps giving her more tasks with no extra pay or help. She says, "I feel like I'm in a tight corner, like I can't move in any direction without problems." This is a brilliant idiom. Imagine being physically in a small corner of a room. You can't move forward, backward, or sideways. You are trapped. That's exactly what this phrase means. You are stuck in a difficult situation with very few options, and any move you make could cause more problems. When you're in a tight corner, you often feel stressed, guilty, and pressured all at once. It's not a fun feeling, but it happens to everyone. Here's some examples. With his rent due and his car breaking down, he was in a tight corner financially. She was in a tight corner after promising to help 2 friends move on the same day. Mildly irritating versus intensely annoying. Josh then introduces 2 fantastic ways to describe different levels of problems: mildly irritating and intensely annoying. Mildly irritating describes small problems. These are things that bother you, but they aren't a disaster. You can still smile or move on easily. For example, spilling a little coffee on your shirt before work, or the bus being 5 minutes late. These are mildly irritating. On the other hand, intensely annoying means something really makes you angry or very, very frustrated. This is for problems that feel more personal or keep happening again and again, attacking your peace of mind. For instance, a neighbor playing loud music every single night is not just mildly irritating, it becomes intensely annoying. Josh mentions that Emma's situation, with her overwhelming job and difficult decisions, sounds intensely annoying because it's the kind of stress that stays with you all day. Take a back seat. Feeling completely overwhelmed, Emma says, "Honestly, sometimes I just want to take a back seat, stop trying to fix everything. Let someone else deal with the mess." This is another powerful phrase. To take a back seat means you stop trying to be in control, you stop leading, and you let someone else take charge. Think about being in a car. The driver is in the front making decisions. If you take a back seat, you're just the passenger. Sometimes this is a very healthy thing to do. It's not about being lazy or not caring. It's about recognizing you're tired or that someone else might be better equipped to handle this situation for a while. It gives you a chance to rest and breathe again.
For example, I've been organizing the family vacation for years. This time, I'm going to take a back seat and let my brother plan it. He realized his management style was too controlling and decided to take a back seat to let his team have more autonomy. Come to a dead end. Josh warns Emma that if she waits too long to decide on the job offers, she might come to a dead end where neither job is available anymore. Coming to a dead end is like driving down a road that suddenly stops. There's no way forward. In life, it means you have reached a point where you can't continue with your current plan or path. You have no more options and you have to stop and turn around. This can feel frustrating, but it's also a chance for a new beginning. It just means that that path wasn't the right one for you, and now you can find a new road. For example, I tried to fix the relationship, but we came to a dead end. After months of trying, the company realized they had come to a dead end with their project. See the light at the end of the tunnel. Despite all her problems, Emma tries to stay positive. She says, "I keep telling myself, maybe I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel." This is a beautiful, hopeful phrase. It means that even though you are in a hard, dark, difficult time, like being in a long tunnel, you're starting to see that it's going to get better. There is hope. You're not finished with the difficulty yet, but you can finally see that the bad days are ending. It's that feeling when you know the hard work is almost over. After months of job hunting, I finally got an interview. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a tough year, but now I feel like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Get to the bottom of things. Josh gives Emma some great advice. To solve her dilemma, he suggests she get to the bottom of things. This means you find the real cause of a problem. You don't just look at the surface, you dig deeper. You ask questions, investigate, and find out what's really happening. It's like being a detective. When there's a mystery, you don't just guess. You want to know the truth, the real story. For example, the students kept failing the test, so the teacher decided to get to the bottom of things and realized the instructions weren't clear. My computer keeps crashing. I need to get to the bottom of it before I lose all my work. Get a grasp. Finally, Josh tells Emma she needs to get a grasp of what matters most to you. When you get a grasp on something, it means you come to understand it fully and deeply. It's that aha moment when something that was confusing finally starts to make sense. It's moving from confusion to clarity. Getting a grasp doesn't always happen in one day. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, or even months of practice and thought. But little by little, you'll start to feel stronger and more in control. It's a wonderful feeling when you finally get a grasp on a new skill, a difficult concept, or even your own feelings. I'm still trying to get a grasp on my new job. It took me a while, but I finally got a grasp of Spanish grammar. He needs to get a grasp of the basics before moving on to harder topics. So there you have it. These are some of the most useful and advanced English phrases to talk about problems. Mastering them is a key step if you want to know how to express your feelings like a native English speaker. Thank you so much for joining me today. We've explored some truly powerful expressions to help you navigate difficult conversations in English. Don't forget that learning is a journey. Be patient with yourself. Keep practicing and keep smiling. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to English Glow for more lessons that will help you sound more natural and confident. Until next time, keep learning and shining.